There are a few things I'd like to tell you about for during the day. Things you can do during the day to keep people on their toes, to keep people alert. I think people need this. A lot of folks walking through the day half asleep. Little things you can do to keep them alert. Just walk up to someone and say, "I have nothing to say." Did you ever go into a gift shop and ask for your gift? Well, they never seem to have mine. I say I saw the sign, I came in for mine. Save you the trouble of looking for me. Doesn't seem to move them. I don't know. Go into any store, little shop, and say, "Are you open on Thursday?" They say yes, say thank you, and leave. Let them figure it out. It's certainly none of your concern. Stand on line at the bank for a really long time. And when you finally get up to the window, just ask for change of a nickel. They actually call other tellers over to look at you. "Come here, a nickel, look here, a nickel." This is one of my favorites. Go into the photographer's studio in your neighborhood and ask the man if you can buy the pictures of the other people in the window. "How much for the twins?" Yes, they do look at you a long time on that one. Also, I think that the retail store is the best place for most of these anyway. A lot of retail clerks, I think, are taking it easy, you know? And this is a nice one for the handkerchief counter in the department store. You go up to the lady at the handkerchief counter. They always have an older woman working handkerchiefs. I think it's because hankies are easy to lift. Makes a lot of sense to me. You can leave a mark on this woman for life, though. You go up to the handkerchief lady and you say, "Pardon me, do you have any monogrammed handkerchiefs?" She'll say, "Yes, what initial would you like?" Hey, I don't care. I hadn't even thought about it, really. Tell me, what have you got? Well, give me an L, 2 O's, an R, 3 N's, a J, and a V. Anything that's not moving, I'll take a box of Z's off your hands. Say, you don't happen to have a semicolon by any chance, do you? That's it. Takes care of it. Yeah. Now, some of these are a little more practical than others. This is one you might try in the bar some night. Guy wants to buy you a drink. Guy says, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" Say, "No, thanks, but can I have the money instead, please?" Yeah. Tell him you're saving up to buy a bar. Same thing with coffee. Everybody wants you to have a cup of coffee. You notice this? Everybody offers you a cup of coffee no matter where you go. I mean, if you were to accept all the coffee that's been offered to you, you'd be one of the Hills brothers by this time. Everybody, you go to their house, you go to their office, they say, "You want some coffee?" I say, "No, thanks, I have some at home." However, we could use a little flour. Hey, get something you need, you know. You don't need coffee? Have a little list ready. Well, give me a pound of plums and a roll of saran wrap and I'll be on my way. Sure, he's your friend. That's right. Now, there are other things you can do if you're driving. There's a lot of opportunities for drivers to keep people on their toes. And I don't mean just following them up onto the sidewalk either, you know. That's a lot of fun, but often charges result from an incident such as that. I'm thinking about little things. You're driving along. You ever been driving along the highway and you look over and there's another guy driving along right next to you, another guy driving along, you say, "Pull over! Pull over! Pull over!" And he pulls over and you keep going, man. Let him park a while and think it over. Certainly none of your concern. Here's another little practical joke when you're driving. When you're going through the toll booth. Well, not actually through the toll booth, huh? God, that's a big practical joke. I mean when you're going through the little space in between the toll booths. When you get up there, bargain with the man. Yeah. Try to get a lower rate. Tell him it's Toyota Day. I mean, you come off the turnpike and you hand him a ticket. He says, $2.85. You say, "For what?" One lane was closed for 30 miles. I'll give you $1.50. That's my final offer. Gun the engine a little. He'll come down. Okay, $1.50, okay. Don't tell the other drivers. Another nice thing at the toll booth, you must have done this. On a small toll, 25 cents, pay for yourself and then pay for the stranger in the car behind you. They don't know how to handle it at all. You can see them in the rearview mirror. And then you have to drive away quickly. Quick. He must never see you again. You must remain the phantom toll payer. Get yourself a little mask. You'll have lots of fun. All right, maybe you're not driving. You might be hitchhiking. If you're hitchhiking, again, opportunities to keep people on their toes. Got to get a ride for this, of course. Someone has to pull up. Guy lowers the window, says, "Where are you going?" Say, "Hey, well, actually, I don't need a ride today." What? If I could have your phone number, I'll be glad to give you a call when I do need a ride. Huh? And it'll save you the trouble of driving all around town looking for me, huh? Another energy saver from Shell. Or jump right in the car. Don't say anything. Jump in the passenger seat. Guy says, "Where are you going?" You say, "I don't care. Let's just ride around." I'm off till Wednesday. And finally, this is my favorite. Guy rolls up and stops for you, lowers the window, says, "Where are you going?" You say, "Well, first of all, we have to go pick up my mother. Then we got to go to the laundromat, we got to go to post office, we got to go to Sears, we got to go to bank, and we got to go to pet cemetery. And I'd like to borrow the car over the weekend if it's okay with you, huh? Okay. Enough of that stuff now.